वेलकम टू स्पीक इजी विद कृति। आज मैं आपको बताने वाली हूँ एक ऐसे सवाल का जवाब जो काफी स्टूडेंट्स को परेशान करता है। कैन यू आस्क द एग्जामिनर टू रिपीट द क्वेश्चन इन IELTS speaking test? Well, the answer is a big yes, and I'm myself a testimony of the same. मैं आपको बता दूं कि जब मैंने अपना IELTS एग्जाम दिया था, सो द स्पीकिंग टेस्ट वाज टेकन ऑन अ जूम लाइक प्लेटफॉर्म, एन ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म, बिकॉज एग्जामिनर वो किसी और सेंटर के थे. In that case, due to technology or due to some kind of interference, I was not able to hear a particular question very clearly. So I requested the examiner very politely if she could repeat the question. And that's all you have to do. Be very polite and courteous and ask the examiner if she could repeat the question. Nothing to worry here, because let me tell you, they are not there to judge what is the content of your answer. They are there to judge how you are able to communicate your ideas and your feelings. Therefore, if you'll ask the examiner to repeat the question, in fact, it might impress them, because they'll see that your day to day conversational skills are up to the mark. So, moving further, if I want to tell you some more tips about how to ace your speaking test, let me tell you, it's all about the delivery of your answer, the confidence with which you speak. And when I talk about delivery, there are basically 4 to 5 components to it, which I'm going to enlist for you right here. First of all is vocabulary. Do not fall in the trap of repeating a particular word again and again. For example, if the examiner asks you something which made you happy, describe any incident which made you happy. सो नॉर्मल टेंडेंसी होती है कि हम अपने आंसर को डिस्क्राइब करते वक्त हैप्पी 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 वर्ड बार बार बताएंगे, बिकॉज यू विल एंड अप सेइंग आई वाज हैप्पी व्हेन आई डिड दिस, आई वाज हैप्पी बिकॉज दिस हैपेंड. So don't do that. So for this, my tip is make a list of certain words which you think you might be using in your IELTS speaking test for explaining any kind of incidents, and then come up with synonyms. For example, I had used synonyms like elated, overjoyed, delighted, thrilled, happy, pleased, ecstatic to explain about an incident when I was super duper happy. So that's the way to go with it. Do not repeat your words. That's a big no for IELTS speaking test. Another tip is be very, very mindful of tenses. So जो भी टेंस आपको एग्जामिनर ने क्वेश्चन में बोला है, लुक आउट फॉर दोज कीवर्ड्स. वर्ब्स पर अच्छे से ध्यान दें. इफ द क्वेश्चन इज इन पास्ट टेंस, इट इज अबाउट अ पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस एंड यू हैव टू रिकॉल इट, then your answer should also be in past tense. On the other hand, a few questions can be hypothetical, means they are imaginary. आपको imagine करना है, what would you do if you become the prime minister of the country? Now here the word would, it is telling about a future reference. It is a hypothesis. अगर आप बने तो आप क्या करेंगे? Then your answer should also have the word would in it, or you should give your answer using the future tense, not the past tense. So be very, very mindful of your tenses. The third tip here is using the correct connectors. Now, what do you mean by connectors? Connectors are words like and, however, but, and. Let me share from my experience. When I started preparing for my IELTS speaking test, I was doing some practice with AI, using AI tools. And that's when I got to know, because I was recording my answers, I got to know that I was using the connector and way too much. So it's not that I don't know other connectors, but it's just that in day to day life, we use and a lot more than other connectors. So I made a deliberate, a conscious effort to switch over to other connectors. For example, instead of using and, if I want to, add on to a previous point, I would say to top it all, to add to this, additionally. So these are some of the other connectors which I can use in place of and. Moreover, furthermore, and on the other hand, if I have to give some contrasting ideas, so instead of using but time and again, I can use however, yet. So these are the things you need to be mindful. Another thing that you should be mindful is to have some complex sentences in your speaking. Don't use too short sentences. That does not leave a good impression on the examiner. So you can use some frequency words or some words which help you in sequencing your ideas, such as firstly I did that, secondly I did that, then I moved on to doing this, or when I did this, then I did that. So all these words are basically making your sentences more complex and layered, and also giving a clear idea of frequency and coherence in your speaking, because you know exactly how to explain what happened and what led to the other thing. So this is something which an examiner is going to look out for. And if you want some additional brownie points, then definitely include some idiomatic phrases in your speaking. So that's it from me today. If you liked the video, definitely press the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. I'm going to give you much more detailed videos on how to improve your speaking skills for IELTS examination in the coming videos. This is Kriti Sharma signing off. Bye bye.